network uplink. Console of unknown design. What's that? Supply crates. What's that? Magnetic container rail.
That thing near the gap. What does it do?
Override this. I will stick my thing right in the cooper. Straight almost like cooper as well. Path. Cross. Alright. Are those things going to come back, do you think? No? Maybe? Maybe if I override it again? Wait, is this... Yeah, that's where I killed the ones earlier, down there. I see. So, if I override this again, can I override this again? No. It looked like they could do something. Maybe I could drop them on the watchers' heads for damage. For damage.
Saving these for the trail.
I wonder how they're growing inside the metal. It's pretty freaking hardcore, that. Plant capable of growing up through metal. Some pretty hard stuff, metal. It's a rather dense crystalline structure. Magnetic container rail. Support human weights. Okay. There'll be more enemies in here, do you think?
It looks like those flying machines move components around. Might be able to take me somewhere.
They're not really flying though, are they, honey? Right, I know what you mean. 6%. Curves and more medicinal now. How will they be able to carry me though? I have to jump on one of it? Yeah. There we go.
Might regret this.
Keep hold.
True.
Tight hold.
Machines are built in these places. But why?
Sound balance. Does it exist? So I'm going to have to go back through all of this cauldron place? There's a lot of stuff here. I don't really feel like now is a good idea to let go though. Not until...
I'll go as far as this thing will take me.
Yeah. Not until I get somewhere safe to drop off. This is a pretty big place though. Somewhat larger than I was anticipating. Wasn't expecting it to be some massive thing like this. Well then. Well then. I mean, I figured it'd be big, but I didn't think it'd be this big. Drop to ledge. Okay. Can I get across there? Right in the... God damn it! Thank you. How do I get up there? Ow. Looks like I'm going to have to jump across. It's the only way. There maybe? No? 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 This is jump across. Maybe at a different point? I almost made it. Maybe it's a sprinting? Maybe I would just sprint straight across. One of these? Maybe? Maybe we could jump from up here? Oh, right! Ooh. Jump on them. Well then. I feel like a right dirt. kind of obvious, really. Once I use my eyes and my brain. Once I actually open my brain. God damn it. How many of them are there? They're still just giving the same amount as always, these guys, so... They're not suppressed or anything. But, they can still be a threat if I don't deal with them properly. What is that? Network uplink. Okay. I have to watch it over there. Let's go get this network uplink, see what it does. Oh, nothing. No, the death from below is going to be for Bob's, isn't it? It's going to be for human.
Red light means trouble.
Those shell things. Oh! Right, let's get somewhere safe. Down. Okay. Looks good to me. Yes. Yeah, those are the shell walkers. Right. Kill the watcher. It's fine. Right, what are they weak to? What are those shell bitches weak to? Shell walker. Crate holders, weakness all, tear. Shield claw, body, non-strength shock. They don't really have any weaknesses then. Crate holders, tear. And they're too big for me to get them with a one shot, aren't they? God damn it. I need to go do wee-wee again. Are they looking this way? No? Okay. Yes, actually it is. Alright, come on over here. Get murdered. Oh, don't. You know what, actually? One over there. So I want to get you from above. Is it going to go? No, it's not. Fine. Fine. I will get it from behind, right up its pooper. Ravaged! Shell walker. Can't kill these with one hit from behind, can I? But I can definitely hit them from behind. Right? Yes. It does about half of it, and I really need to take stop for a wee-wee, so what I do have...
I do like Dragon's Crown style games.
This game recording. I actually was playing this last night and then I came back. I was like, yeesh, and then I needed to sleep and stuff. By the way, that was straight up a dick.
What was a dick?
I'll show you when I find the next one. Yeah, coming back to this after a break because it was really, really late. And when I went for a pee, and I was really tired, so I was just like, whatever, bitch.
Nintendo says that dead Switch pixels are normal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I mean, technically they're not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. It's a case of Nintendo saying something that's not terrible in a terrible way. Dead pixels are gonna happen pretty much no matter what you do. It's unfortunate when they're clumped together or they're in a place where they're noticeable. But pretty much every LCD display, is it LCD or LED?
Well, similar, really.
Yeah, with the number of bits and pieces you have inside it, it's gonna happen no matter how hard you try. And I think they have the trading standards. If like there are less than if it's less than 0.5% pixels, then it's still acceptable. It's just they've said it in a way that makes them seem like total dicks. What the fuck is that watcher doing?
Well, part of it as well is that people are talking about full dead pixels, not just sub-pixel defects, such as one being too bright or too dark, or slightly off colour, where it still works, but you know you only notice it if you know about it.
Yeah. I actually had on my PSP. There's a single dead pixel that's kind of noticeable in the top right hand corner, but it's one, so I never really cared. Plus, it was the pink one, so I put up with it because the pink ones are really hard to find. And I have another PSP anyway. I have one of the slim versions. This place is fucking massive. I did not expect this place to be as big as it was. You know, I thought it might be some simple little puzzle thing, but it's like an entire arena.
It's like the ending of Mass Effect 3.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Mass Effect 2, rather.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2, rather. Or it's kind of like the bit in Crysis when you, towards the end of Crysis 3, when you start going down into the alien stuff. I was just really surprised at how big it is. I didn't expect it to be this big. I mean, you didn't see when I was panning through it earlier. She was riding on the back of one of those things for a good 30 seconds, going a real fair clip on this maglev all the way through this installation.
Almost like a spider. It carries a container. It's bad.
Oh, there's also no grass I can hide in, but I can set the. There's some vents that I can break that will spew out this like cold stuff that I can hide inside.
The BBC got reported to the National Crime Agency taking screenshots of child pornography posted on Facebook. Fucking morons.
Yeah, a lot of people. Somebody else did that. It took pictures of it and posted it to people.
Well, I mean, it's their duty to report it, but
report it, yeah,
report it, don't make more of it.
Yeah.
By making copies. Fucking idiots.
Somebody else got in trouble for that once, and they were playing the victim. It's like, dude, you were spreading child pornography. Yeah. I mean, an individual doing it and being like, you need to see this, you need to report it, that kind of thing, is give them a little bit of leeway. But a company like the BBC, they really should know better than that.
And stuff. They should know better. Exactly.
I mean, everybody should know better. They really should. We give people far too much leeway with just how stupid they are these days. Well, as long as you hit the thing itself, it tends to, even if it's like off to the side. It's going to come up here now, isn't it?
What's with like the lines? Buildings that keeps being
that's the things going across, I think. It's just one of those outlet things going across. They have little yellowy orange bits on it that you can climb on down here from.
No, it wasn't a solid object. It was like just like a single line of orange going across the screen.
Oh, in that case, probably lens flare. Yeah, it's lens flare. I usually turn lens
I guess
flare
something
off.
else off screen must have.
It's that, isn't it? It's the watcher.
Yeah.
I usually turn lens flare off because it makes no sense to me. The human eye is not a lens in the sense of oh shit, kebabs. Not a lens in the same way as like a camera lens is.
I mean, technically you're supposed to see it through a camera. So. that regard it makes sense, but it's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't. It's just distracting for me. It gets in the way. I'd rather see things
What
clearly.
bothers me more is things that, like, chromatic aberration that blur out the edges of the screen, simulate peripheral vision.
Yeah, when I first heard about chromatic aberration, I thought it was something to do with like something to do with metallic objects. I thought, oh, that sounds really cool, until I realised that it was just making the edges of the screen blur. And I was like, no, that's really stupid.
It's doubly noticeable as well if your screen, like mine used to, fills your entire vision.
Which tends to happen on a
then-
PC, where you have the option of things like that. It's like,
Like, I used to have like a massive, like 40-inch TV, like a foot from my face, that just filled my whole vision. So when you've got the edges of the screen with the colours separated out and blurred, and that's stuck in your peripheral vision constantly, that was really annoying. It's like my peripheral vision's already doing that on its own.
yep.
Well, I say technically it's processing the visual layer. Your vision has nothing to do with it.
Your brain is already interpreting it that way. The eyes themselves see everything. Your brain chooses to not focus on something.
Well, that data is essentially just not processed by your brain at the same like resolution as the rest of it.
Because it's less important.
Yeah. Actually, though, movement in peripheral vision is processed more by your brain.
Because you need to be more aware of it. That's where something's likely to sneak up on you in your face.
It's still fucked. Totally off context from that video, though.
Yeah, just go with it. Is he actually going to walk up here this time? He's like, oh, bitch! I just ran into this shit. Why is it all exploding and shit? Because I've played way too much of Aliens Colonial Marines. I have like 60 hours in that game. I have no shame.
Oh, the BBC story gets even better.
Oh.
Right at the pooper. I'm just going to read straight off the Ars site so I don't mash it up in my own words. Ars has learned that Facebook had requested links to the offending material from the BBC, which reportedly included pages explicitly for men with sexual interest in children and an image that appeared to be a still from a video of child abuse, with a request below it to share child porn.
Wow.
But instead, the broadcaster provided screenshots.
Fucking idiots.
Were the links from the history too hard to dig up?
I have no idea. Well, apparently not if they went back and took some pictures of it. Jesus.
I might regret this.
How do I brain? You BBC. The hell did they think they were going to achieve with that?
Facebook reported the BBC journalist involved in the investigation into the police.
There we go.
Cancelled plans for an interview.
Dicks.
Oh yeah, the dick rooms.
Dick's rooms. Dicks. Dick. Well, there was a thing right next to me then. I was like, I'm going to get
Speaking of
murdered,
dick
don't I?
rooms, I always like the joke in Mario RPG where you can find Peach's dildo hidden in the fireplace.
Really?
Yeah.